What is up, everybody? Zoodiacs are not dead. I want to make a shout out to Adam Subtractum 30. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. He did a video like this a month ago. I was waiting for the new emergency ban list kind of thing, and I just wanted to make sure that Zoodiacs will be fine before I make this. Spirals already got hit with two of their main cards, Quick Fix and Fully Armed, I think. You can check it out right now. I'll post a link in the description too. I'm going to be going over my deck profile along with my extra deck and side deck. But first, Zoodiacs mains are Whiptail and Borbo now. And that's not a bad thing. Borbo's the direct one. And Thoroughblade is still needed for it's not really a draw power, it's more of a replacement because you're pitching one, drawing one. I can go over some combos in a future video. Just let me know if you guys want to see that. Without further ado, I guess I should just go over the deck list. I don't have much to say at this point, other than Zoodiacs are alive well, and this does extremely well in locals. You can run your own sub-arc. I run Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. You can run Kaiju. You can run Draco even. It just depends how you want to run it and how your playstyle is. My playstyle is I super buff Borbo, and if that doesn't work, I super buff whoever I can, and then I just keep on going direct attacks. It's not too much about keeping Dryden on the field now and protecting him. And that's not what this format is anywhere when it comes to Zoo and with the new ban list. Without further ado, I guess I shall show you my deck profile. Alright, anyways, let's continue with this. When you're on a deck, always 3 Thoroughblade. It's just always. He's the strongest main deck Zoodiac. You're just going to want to run him. 3 Whiptail, as I said, it's a main, it's the powerful card. So, 3. No explanation needed for either of these. Rat, even though it's out 1, you can only run 1. But it has a pitch effect, and that is something perfect that you can do. It basically acts like a searcher if you don't have Tenki, or you can pitch a combo, you can pitch anything you need in the graveyard, and then you can just Tiger Motor it to get it back, or even chalk. So, yeah, not too much explanation with this one. These two are floaters with Ram. So, Ram for the special summoning, and also with the extra deck. You can do some extra deck combos. As I said, I can go over it in another video if you guys want. But just for the special summon, and that's pretty much all it comes when it comes to Ram. Just for a special summon and to do combos. Bunny Blast for the return to hand effect, and Catarus for the banish, or, return to the deck effect. Like a cycler. Also because of their Xyz effects. Negate spell cards that target, negate monster effects that target. If you're going against True Draco, and if he doesn't tribute a monster for a masterpiece, this card is actually excellent to shut down if you already used if you used some effect and you can't pop it out. I used that when Dryden was still around, and that won me some matches. So I recommend running at least 1 of each. Again, everyone can have their own style. As I said, I'm running a Brotherhood mix, so I run 2 Raven, especially because of its destroyed effect to to set 1 Fire Formation card from my deck directly on my field. So pretty much that's all they're for. They're just to search for my Tenkies. They're the search support now. Leopard for the search too, but also because I have a direct combo when it comes to Brotherhood the Fire Fist Spirit. Because I can go into MX Saber Invoker and then detach and do some effects, recover or play advance. Or if you wanted to, you can run Horse Prince. I used to. I can't find them, so I'm not running them right now. But it also searches for a Raven, and then you got your searcher right there. So, but then you already got a guy in the field, and you can't Mises Radiant that, so that's why it varies. That's why I prefer Invoker. 2 Ghost Ogres. I prefer to run 3, yeah, but I don't have 3, so 3 is highly encouraged. 3 Ghost Ogres. 3 Barrage, since it was not hit. No explanation is needed for Barrage. It extremely well, performs well. Plus the combos you can do with Raven and the other Zoodiacs, with Bunny Blast and Cataroost. Tenki, the Searcher. Just no explanation. Tensu, for the double summons and advanced summons. You can easily go into Mysis with this one. And it's not all a bad card. You could have ran it in the other zoo, and it would have worked phenomenally. But sometimes you don't need it. That was the problem with zoos. You prefer Regeki or something. Also, yeah, I'm missing Regeki. I'm missing some key cards. If you notice something, then just shout it out in the comments. And yeah, 2P Nizimo. It's just because it's perfect. It's a beautiful defender. And it protects anything, and if you use it with the Zoodiac Xyz, it gives them an extra 100 attack points. But I use it for defense to protect my guys. My body, field protection. Zodiac Sign, because it's like Pianismil, but if you need to pop a zoo in your hand, like a Ram Bunny Blast, well, this comes in handy. If you need to trigger one of your own monsters, that's a zoo, chain with this, and then pop the guy in your hand, and then you can still continue whatever. You chose a Ram, good news, you got a double summon. Dark Hole in substitution for my Regeki for now. 3 Zoodiac combo, because combo can work with almost anything. It's a recover, it's a cycler, and it's a pusher. It can support your guys. You can even pitch it off it with the rat. But yeah, but you can run which one? You can run Shuffle Reborn even. That's still a good format for now. Heavy Storm Duster, get rid of the back row. And it works pretty well on Dracos because if they're going to do something, it's going to be on their turn. And Heavy Storm Duster comes in perfect. But if you're going second, it varies. But it's still very good because they still need to activate their spells, and this will just wipe them. Well. 2 Solemn Strikes. You can run 3. I'm not sure what I would say, though, when it comes to 3. Yes, it works well, but if you're not paying attention, you'll kill yourself. And then if you're low enough, it's a dead draw. So, 2 to 3. Solemn Warning. You can only run 1. No one ever runs more than anyways, then. But, yeah. So, no explanation. Trap Stun. Just to pause your enemy when it comes to their trap effects. That's mainly it. It's just a stunner, and this deck doesn't have too many traps, and the traps it does have, half of them are grave effects, so this has nothing to do with them. And a Zoodiac Gathering. I use this 2 ways. Main way I do it, though, is the pitch effect, Thoroughblade, to let me cycle for a better card, and then its banishing effect, letting me put 2 zoos together. So if I have a dead zoo, and I have a zoo I need, we'll banish it, and now it gives a new life. That's all I really use this for. I rarely use it for its actual effect, but its actual effect is pretty well. It lets me use another zoo's effect by detaching from a different zoo. So that's why I used to use it. That's why I still use it. Overall, it's a decent card. Moving on to the extra deck now. Also, if you guys got any questions about what cards to run or anything, I can give you my opinion. I go to regionals and stuff. I handle with people. 3 Tiger Motor. I'm running a 14 extra deck, so if I would say add in 2 chalk is what I'm trying to do, I would pop out 1 Hammer Kong. I don't see too much of a reason for Hammer Kong to even be in this format, or even for me just to pop out a Tiger King. But Tiger King's another searcher, so it works. But let's continue. Oh yeah, I didn't fully explain. She is the recovery for pure zoo. She recovers whatever you need that's in the graveyard. So she's highly wanted and needed. 2 Zoodiac Hammer Kong, just for material and to defend a little bit if you need to rush and you're scared of your opponent. Barbo, the main damager of the deck now, the best Zoodiac so far when it comes to killing your opponent. Attacks directly, and if you overstack him, he just wipes your opponent's field down. It shuts him down. It's a GG at that point. But it's so hard to stack them because you need like 12 material. But it's possible to stack them. But it's hard, but if you do it, it's godlike. Draconine effect, not much explanation with this one. Of course, you can still use it for combos and still knock down everyone. Not much other to say than that. Invoker, to bring out, especially with the Brotherhoods, no more than 2 is ever needed. 2 is even a stretch, but when you play your recovery right, it works. I would say only 1 to 2 of these. 2 is a stretch, but it's because they're the tanky searchers too. And that's what I have Brotherhood and Fire Fist for. It's to search for my tankies. Also, it's detach to negate all other except Beast Warrior effects. It is beautiful. I love it. And it's one of my favorite effects. Oh, this guy. And his death effect, send three fire formation cards to the graveyard. Well, if you got all 3 tankies, good news. Now you can summon 2 Beast Warriors with the same attack from your deck. Mysis Radiant, 1 or 2. 2 is sometimes not even needed, because you can still play off whatever. Then, Proxy Dragon. It's, with my format, how I play, my field can get a little bit cloggy sometimes. And this just opens up new room. This gives me an extra spot. It's only 1 extra spot, but it's another spot that I can use to just knock out my opponent. Oh, plus it's Savior effect. I like it. Moving on to side deck. I know I already have a Trap Stun in there. But if my opponent uses it too much, like maybe Paleozoics, Jinzo is kind of good for that. But Paleozoics like to banish first, so that's why he varies. But double Jinzo just for now. 1 max C, because if you're going against True Draco, this is a dead draw, because they rarely ever special summon. You'll get like 2 draws out of it, compared to other decks. Compared to Spiral, you won't get much. Horn of Heaven, just for the pesky summons, and because, like I said, my field can get cloggy, this is a good side card if I need to knock down my opponent more if my main deck isn't good. Drowning, just for protection. Quaking, protection. Gravity Lash is just a sub card for now. It's just something I added in, and against Goki, this is useless, but with Goki, if you use this with a Goki deck, it's beautiful, because Goki has 0 defense. But, yeah. But Gravity Lash, it's just a sub card, and it's not that bad anyways against, like, certain competitive decks. It can knock down anyone, but, yeah. But sometimes it's not what you need. Enemy Controller, even for like mirror matches, I can Jack his Zoo and then overlay into it. Or even against anything else. So, it's a good card. Forbidden Chalice, negate the effects, and it may gain 400, but even again against mirror match or whatever, if you do it against the Zoo, it's just going to have 400, plus whatever back row they have, because it's their effects. If they like to spam search, Shared Ride is an excellent card. I've actually found great use with it. I wouldn't main it though, because if your opponent doesn't spam search, it's a dead draw. And it's not the best card ever. But yeah, other than that, that is the main Zoo deck profile I have and I am currently running. I wouldn't suggest too many cloggy cards. I hear people saying they might want to add Scapegoat. It's a good thing sometimes, but it can clog your own field. But again, Mysis is good for that. It'll open up your field, and plus then you can go into a proxy, so that's not too bad. You can go double combo into that, and then just work off whatever you have. But if you already drained yourself of those, then it's GG for you at that point. You're just stalling, and plus it can just be knocked out by Imperial Order. Imperial Order does shut down this deck, of course, because, well, not shut down, it stalls the deck, of course, because of Barrage. But that's not something that is necessarily needed. Overall, this deck does work good in locals. It's not that bad. I like it. And Zoos may come back one day, for all we know. But for now, this is the best that I can work with. And again, it's missing some key cards. It's missing a Rigeki. Any other cards you guys can think of, shout it in the comments in case someone wants to use this deck profile. So in this way they know what to do. Any questions you guys got, I will answer. Any things you want to do or whatever, any ideas you got, shout it out in the comments below. I'll listen to all of it. Other than that, though, I think that's all I can go for when it comes to this deck list. If you guys got any ideas, let me know. Like, subscribe, share with your friends if you think they need to know this. Let me know what your thoughts are. So, anyways, that is the profile. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informal. And this works pretty well. So, anyways, thank you for your time. And peace out.